Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and no, this isn't a Christmas card. I had to take another break with the Christmas cards because I had to make number 2 of the retirement cards for a co-worker of mine who is retiring. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how to make this quick and easy card. Okay everybody, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the supplies so we can get started making the card. Now, I got this idea for this card from another YouTuber whose YouTube channel is A Place for My Cards. I believe her name is Jeanne. I did just a few little things different than her, but I kind of used the same measurements as she did. So, my card measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I've taken and scored it in half to make it a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card. So this is going to be my actual card layer. And the other thing that I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and take my Tim Holtz Distress ink, the walnut stain, and I should have done this earlier. And I just want to go ahead and ink my edges real quick. So let me go ahead and do that. And we'll get some ink on each corner and on the edges. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add our layers to our card. And I'm using just a little daubler right here to go ahead and ink my edges. Okay, so now that I've got my edges inked, let's just go ahead and start adding our layers. So now my top layer measures 5.25 by 4.25. I'm sorry, 5.25 by 4 inches. And this cardstock is actually from the Christmas combo pack that I've been using for the Christmas cards. So we're going to go ahead and get some ink. We're going to get some tape on our layer. And then we'll go ahead and add this to the card as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get some tape down here in the middle, and then we'll add this layer on top of our card. So I'm going to open up my card, and then I'm going to go ahead and line this up and lay it down on my card, like so. And I won't be adding any ribbon to this card because this card is for a male, so it's another masculine card that I'm going to be using as a retirement card. But you could also use this for a birthday or even a Father's Day. This paper would work out perfect for just that. Now, my top layer is from this paper pack that's a DCWB. It's called the Natural Matte Stack. And I've gone ahead and cut this at 3.5 by 4.75. I didn't get a chance to write all my measurements on the back, so I'm looking at my notes to see what I cut this at. So I'm going to go ahead, and I want to go ahead and get some tape on this. And I've also gone ahead already previously and inked my edges using the walnut stain again. So now we'll just get our tape in the middle. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add this layer to our card. And we're going to line that up right there in the middle like so. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I've got that adhered down properly. So I just want to get some more light in here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start adding all of our embellishments. So now, I used the same cartridge that I believe her name is Jeanne used in her video, and she used the Base Camp cartridge. So now what I've gone ahead and done is I've cut out the letters, and I've taken the letters and welded them together. So the first thing I'm going to be laying down is the word "it's," and I'm going to just put this right up here for right now. And the Base Camp cartridge looks like this. And I've gone ahead and laid everything down on my gypsy. And as I said, that these letters are actually welded together. So I'm just going to bring this up larger so you can see it. And so that's what I've gone ahead and done, and welded my its together. And then I've cut out the word A, and then I welded the word day together. So let's go ahead and continue adding these letters. And as far as the measurements for the letters, I'm not going to give those, because you can go to, I'll put a link to Jeannie's video up here, and you can get the measurements, because she gives the measurements in her video, and she also gives the measurements on her blog. So let's go ahead and get the letter A, and I'm going to put that down. And I've cut this out just using some cream color cardstock. So we need to flip that over, because it needs to be going that way. And I'm just going to line it up right here for now. And then before I add the rest of my letters, I want to go ahead and put my square down here in the corner, because that's going to determine where I'm lining up my other letters or my words. So the next thing I want to go ahead and put down is the word new. And this was cut out after welded together. I cut this twice, and I cut it once in the shadow feature of the letters welded together, and then I cut it a second time with not welding the letters together in a different color cardstock. And as I said, she does give the sizes for how you should cut that. And I've gone ahead and taken mine and popped it up with some foam tape. Now my word day, which looks like this, I've gone ahead and taken this and cut it out in some cream color cardstock. And then I took my Copic marker, I believe this is the dark brown, and I used my compressor and then just went ahead and airbrushed the word day. So we're going to line up the word day over here. So now that I have everything lined up, I just want to go ahead and take and make a small pencil mark where each of the letters are going to go or start. So we'll have day start right about there. So let's go ahead and add the word it's. And I'm going to use my Tombow adhesive for that. And I'm just going to tap this very lightly, because the S is just barely hanging on, and I don't want it to rip off. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up and place it right there, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the letter A. And I'm going to get some glue on this as well, using my Tombow adhesive. And I'm going to take my tweezers, and I'm going to line up my A right over here. So now I'm ready to add the new, and I made my pencil mark so lightly I can't see it. So I think I had it about right there. So let's go ahead and get the tape off of the tape backing off of the foam tape. And this foam tape is some of this very thin, clear foam tape that I picked up at a local scrapbooking store. Looks like this. And it's for when you need to just have a thin strip of tape. So I'm going to go ahead and get this off, and then I'll be back, because these are on here and it's very tight. Okay everybody, so now I've gotten my tape backing off of all of the letters, and we're just going to line this up. I believe that's where my pencil mark is. and have that pop up like that. And now we can go ahead and add the word day. And for the word day, I'm just going to use my Tombow again and get some glue all the way on around it. Or, I said Tombow, I meant my two-way zig pen. And I'm going to take my tweezers and line this up. And I think I had that one right there. I've made my pencil marks so light I can't see them. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and add our next layer. Now this piece of cardstock measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then my top layer measures 2 inches by 2 inches. And I've gone ahead and taken and stamped out Life Begins at Retirement, and that stamp is from a My Creative Time stamp. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to my bottom layer here, because what I want to do is I want to have this pop up as well. So let's just go ahead and use the Tombow for that. This is such a small piece. And I'm just going to go ahead and let's move the card up, and we're going to line this up. And I've also gone ahead and inked my edges with this one as well. Now I stamped it with the walnut stain, but I inked my edges with the Brush Corduroy by Tim Holtz. Okay, so now let's get some foam mounting on the back of here. I'm just going to put one in each corner. And I might put one in the middle as well. Let's go ahead and put this down. No, I think one in each corner should be fine. So let's take the tape backing off of that. And then we can go ahead and add that to the card. And then we can add our last embellishment, which is our boat and the water. So I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to place it right over here in the corner, like so. And then we'll go ahead and add our boat. Now, my boat is from, let's see which cartridge that is. This is from the Going Places. And let me get what page that is in the handbook. Okay, everybody, I've got my handbook. So it is on page 106 of the handbook, and the boat looks like this. So what I've done is I've cut out the shadow, blackout, and then I cut the actual speedboat. So now on your gypsy, that would be key number 25. And so for the boat, you're going to hit your shift on your gypsy, and then you'll hit key 25, so the boat looks like this. And then you'll go to your shadow, blackout, and the shift key, and there's the blackout of the boat. Now what I've also done, and let me tell you what that was cut at. That was cut at 1 inch. So what I've also done for the water is I wanted that to come out separate, and I wanted it to be a different color. So what I technically did on my gypsy was I just went ahead and placed 2 of the boats on my gypsy, and then I went ahead and used my hide contour feature on one of the boats, and I hid the boat. I hid the boat and then just cut the water. Or you could do it the other way too. On this one you can see I hid the water and cut the boat. And then on the other one I did the same thing for the shadow. I cut just the boat and hid the water. And then on the others I went ahead and hid the boat and cut the water. And that was just so I could put my paper on my mat to get it the way I wanted it. So we're going to go ahead, and we've got that tape down. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my boat. And I've just gone ahead and inked the edges of the boat with some Tim Holtz, and I used the pumice stone color. And I've got this popped up with some dimensionals as well. So we're going to go ahead and get the tape backing off, and I'm going to line this up and add our boat. And then to add the water, we'll just go ahead and we'll use the zig pen and get some glue on there, and then we'll add the water. And I'm going to place the water right down here at the bottom, like so. So that's it, everybody. That's my quick and easy card that I've made for my coworker who is retiring after 26 years of working in my department. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget to come back, because we'll be starting the Christmas cards again. Bye.